So, happy May, everybody. We are doing this fitness assessment today. We're working on music, so we will have that, I promise. Fitness assessment today, starting off the beginning of a new month. Also, a way to benchmark the beginning and potentially the end of Reach the Beach if you are doing that competition. It can be a competition against others, it can be a competition against yourself. It doesn't have to be for the overall prize. It's always great to see how you improve throughout a month's time span. So we have a couple different tests for you today. Like I said earlier in our stories, you will need a pen and paper, you will need some type of mat, and then you will need a measuring tool. So think something longer along the lines of, what do you call these?
So tape measure, yes.
Tape measure.
A ruler will not cut it, because
Yes.
we know you can jump farther than a foot.
Yes. So we'll lead you through a little bit of a warm-up, and then we'll go into our tests. We will have some decent rest time in between because we want you to be able to perform each test to the fullest. So our first test is going to be on push-ups for 2 minutes, and then we'll have 3 minutes of rest before we go on to our next after that one. I'm going to have Lauren go ahead and start leading you in our warm-up.
Perfect.
I'll talk a little bit while she moves. Follow her on the movements.
And I was trying to get our music set up, so I may have missed it, but if Trisha didn't mention it, just know today an assessment, and this is sort of the beauty of the assessment, if there is a test you're not comfortable with or it doesn't speak to you, you don't have to do it. You can pick and choose what you're comfortable with today. So listen to Trisha as she explains a little more, and follow me. We're starting with some knee hugs.
Sophia, taking your weight is not a requirement today, so don't worry about that. Only if you want to. Only if you want to.
Make this assessment what you want. What do you want to retest on in a month? So doing some foot grabs, reaching for that ceiling. Our warm-up is going to be very functional as we just try to kind of get into those joints. We're not going to get too much into that cardio, saving our energy. Couple more each side.
So to go through the whole day of assessments, we're going to start off with our 2-minute push-up. You'll have rest time, then we'll do 2 minutes of sit-ups. After that, we've got a broad jump test. Your favorite one's going to be next. Max burpees in 5 minutes. Don't leave just because you heard that. We've got a sit and reach flexibility test, a plank hold, and then something that you can complete after your assessment at any time today. We have a run walk for distance or for time option. So lots of different tests, muscular strength, muscular endurance, flexibility, all the things. All the things. All right, I'm gonna join in our warm up.
Arms out to the side. Give me some circles with some knee lifts up in front. Reaching out those fingertips. Really actively move your arms through these circles and pull those abs in tight to lift those knees. Make those circles big. Slow it down a little bit. Full range of motion of those shoulders. Small circles, other direction. Take them back. And take them big.
Jax is ready for his burpees, right?
He is. Shake those arms off, plant the feet. Just come down into some slow squats, down and up. So in 1 minute, we will start our 2-minute push-up test. So this is how many push-ups, full push-ups, that you can do in 2 minutes with proper form. So the second you start to feel that form break, those reps don't count. So you're gonna rest it down, shake it off a little, pick it up. So if it's an ugly push-up, if you would determine it an ugly push-up, that rep doesn't count. So in your full push-up position, hands are gonna be underneath those shoulders, hips in line with the body, hands can be a little bit wider. You're going to aim for at least a 90-degree bend in those elbows. Big press up, that's your 1 rep. So I should say, if you can try full, but if full's not happening, count how many full, how many modified. Again, at the end of the month, you're comparing your numbers to your numbers. So be specific in tracking how you do these, all right? If you do 8 full and then drop to modified, that's what you're looking at. We feeling ready?
We ready?
So 2 minutes see how many good push-ups you can do. Be honest on that form. Pretend we're sitting there critiquing, watching your every move. We go in 10 seconds. Shake those arms off. Mind you, you're not doing 2 minutes straight. I mean, I guess someone could, but
You could. All right, let's go.
here we go. Make sure you count. Hey.
Remember, when form starts to fail, that's when you take a break, reset. Whew. Doing good. We're coming up on that halfway point.
I don't know how we lasted that long. Actually, we saw our dice. Ooh. I didn't think it would go that loud. I just really jumped. Stay strong, focused on that form. Seconds to go.
Last 10 seconds, get a few more in. And rest. Woo!
21. Oh, breathe. So nice 3-minute recovery. Volume are not working. Sorry about that. So we really wanted long recoveries between these assessments, these tests, so that they're true assessments of where you're at. So 2.5 minutes to breathe. Shake it off. What's next?
Our sit-ups. So for our sit-ups, if you're not lucky enough to have someone that can sit on your feet or hold your feet down, try to come closer to a couch, maybe slide your feet underneath there. The way it's gonna work, you take your arms across your chest, okay? So it's not behind the head, it's across the chest. As you're sitting up, it only counts, technically, if you touch your elbows to your knees. All right, so that's your full sit up there. All the way back and up. I'm gonna do mine with my toes underneath the couch. Yes, it's just easier that way. All the way back. Make sure your shoulder blades come in contact with the ground, and then you come up. All right, you can grab onto your t-shirt for a little bit. That's that little almost cheap, but not really cheap, to help you get all the way up. Okay?
And treat it the same way as the push-ups. You've got 2 minutes to get in as many as you can. If you can do 2 minutes of sit-ups straight through, fantastic. But if not, take those breaks, shake it off, make sure form is right, pick it up when you're ready. So how many proper form sit-ups, keywords, can you get in 2 minutes? And be honest with yourself, guys. You want these real results at the end of May. Okay, little over a minute. Shake it off, sip of water. Set yourself up so maybe get those toes ready. I might actually join you. Are you going on that couch?
Yeah.
I think. Actually, yeah. Sorry to put my back to you.
What you doing at 6 o'clock?
Yeah. All right. 45 seconds until go time. Any little stretches that call to your body. There you go. Our cheerleader.
All right, we got 20 seconds till we go.
Mentally prepare. You've got this. Counting every single rep.
10 seconds. You're gonna think this is weird. Here we go in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Remember, all the way down, shoulder blades touch. All the way up, elbows to knees.
Remember to breathe.
We're at that halfway point. 1 minute down, 1 minute to go.
Woo! Come on, come on. I can tell my abs are used to 1 minute drills because right around 1 minute they start to get tired.
30 seconds to go. Last 10 seconds. Hand time.
Woo! Fall back into that mat. Enjoy a stretch.
Got 3 minutes to breathe here.
Woo!
36. Our next one will be your broad jump. So, with this one, you will need to get that tape measure out. Oh, sorry. The way it's gonna work, you wanna lengthen your tape measure out as much as you've got space. So across the room, we're gonna do ours laterally here. We did mark something on the floor, but you don't have to. You wanna start at a firm edge. Lauren's being super official, she's got the tape out and everything. Extend. When you broad jump, your feet are gonna start together at wherever your start point is. Wide stance about hip width apart here. Use your arms to bring you forward. You're gonna jump. When you land, goal is to land flat-footed. Wherever your heel is, that's your distance. So for this one, you wanna make sure that you're gonna use your arms to really explode you forward, but you wanna land with soft knees so that you can sink your landing. You're gonna have 3 attempts in 3 minutes. You wanna go with your longest attempt, obviously, as your best score. So take a moment, breathe, set up that measuring device if you have not already.
And since we have 3 minutes, we'll of course let you know how the clock is timing down. Maybe you do a jump per minute.
Yeah.
So I know it doesn't seem like a lot in that one effort, but give yourself that, my gosh, probably 58 seconds to fully recover before you try it again.
Right.
And of course, stick with your best score. So we go in a minute. Go ahead, shake those legs out a little bit. Anything that kind of calls to the body. Get them ready. All about those arms. I want to at least jump your height.
That's like, what's going on?
What's going on? 30 seconds, shake it off. Couple deep breaths. Fill the lungs. Exhale it all out. we go in 10 seconds. Not as big of a rush on this one. Remember, 3 jumps in the next 3 minutes. How far can you get? Your first minute starts right now. So, 51. Call that a no rest bud. Come here, Taxi. Come here, come here. Let's see how far she gets. Yeah, T. 5. Oh, I wasn't even taking my own advice. Right. I was about to go.
Take your time.
So, yeah, I was excited.
Let your muscles recover.
It's true. It's true.
We're gonna try to do better on our landings.
Yes, it's hard. It's hard to stick your landing. So in 10 seconds, we'll have 2 minutes left. So if you're waiting on that second jump, might be a good time to go in about 5. All right. Stick the landing. Oh, I definitely hopped a little.
So maybe there.
Dang, I'm definitely not getting to your height.
What was that one?
4 feet.
It's upside down, so I didn't hear.
Oh, so 48. All right.
I'm getting excited.
Nice. You're consistent. Shake it off. Maybe a couple leg swings in between those jumps.
This is the day where my neighbors are really like, what are you doing?
That last minute is coming. Right now. So if you need your third jump, you've got a minute to get it in there. Oh yeah, so not happening. I got a little further.
52. 1.5. I give you 51 3/4.
There we go. So good to me. Okay, apparently I'm not a good broad jumper. You got
30
it.
seconds for that last one.
So much focus. Does it help? This is what you're trying to be. So, yeah, I don't know if the hands count on that, but you definitely were 56.
It's a floor. Carpet probably would be better.
Carpet, actually, if you're on carpet, I bet that is a little bit better.
Yeah.
All right.
55.
Your 3 minutes is done right there. So hopefully you got your 3 broad jumps in. Obviously go with your best score of them all. That was sort of interesting, right?
Hopefully you didn't fall.
Hopefully you didn't fall, but hey, it's a slippery floor. It's quite a lot on this floor. All right, so you have a lovely full 5-minute break. That probably sounds like a lot. We're gonna, kill some time by talking. But really, you want this? Because what's coming up next, Trisha? You get to tell them.
So, our next test will test your aerobic capacity. So, obviously we can't strap you up to any breathing device and, check how well your lungs really work. So this is the next best thing. We're gonna do 5 minutes of burpees. I know, I came up with it. Well, I didn't really come up with it. This is a protocol that they use to test fitness. So it's gonna be 5 minutes of however many burpees you can do. It sounds like a long time, but I promise you, it'll go by moderately fast.
That was a big promise. That was a really big promise.
Yeah.
I've got that recorded.
I can't promise that it'll fly by, because it won't, because burpees are hard.
They're hard.
But
Do hard things, guys.
do hard things.
Do hard things. It will make us better.
Think about this with the mindset, is it's only a 5-minute test, all right? Then you don't have to do burpees again today, and I can promise you we won't put them in the workout tomorrow, all right?
That is a promise.
That's
you
a
can
guarantee.
keep that promise.
No burpees. No burpees tomorrow.
So you will attack this just like the first two, just like the push-up and the sit-up. So it's as many proper form burpees that you can do in 5 minutes. So it's not steady state 5 minutes of burpees, that would be ridiculous. It's do as many as you can proper form. When you start to lose it, shake it off. Pick it up when you're ready. How many proper form burpees can you do in this full minute? So, let's talk burpees. Full version burpee is down to the floor and back up, so that push-up is in there. You obviously could modify too. Our advice on this is pick the version of burpee you're comfortable with and stick with it. All right, so rather than doing a couple full, couple modified, stick with the version you can do and do that. So if you are not dropping down to that push-up, maybe you just pop out, pop in, stand, or step out, step in, stand. Stick with that version the whole 5 minutes and see how many you can do and improve upon that. Anything you think of?
I think just breaking down our burpee further, there's a couple options with the push-up. You can do your traditional push-up like you would in class, or you can do a chest to floor. I like to do the CrossFit style burpee.
I do too.
Which is the chest to floor. So it's not necessarily a strict push-up. It is when you come down, you lower yourself all the way to the floor, and then you bring yourself back up on that pop-up. So it's not a stop, pause, do your poor form burpee or your poor form push-up, because your arms are already tired. Chest to floor does allow your shoulder muscles a little bit more of a break because you have that hand release.
It is not considered, that's not cheating. That is a full version of a burpee. So we really encourage you guys to do that roll, that's the way to say it. And actually it helps because you get to use momentum as you go through it.
Mm-hmm. And then at the top of your burpee, you do need to stand, fully extend the legs and the hips, hands above your ears, all right? You can jump or you don't have to jump. I like to do the least amount possible to get a solid qualifiable rep. So mine's a little jump.
Even an inch counts.
It is not a full effort vertical jump. It doesn't have to be, okay? In competition purposes, or for testing purposes, you gotta look for what is the minimum that I have to do, right? And how many of those can I do? It's not about being fancy. I'm not trying to burn max calories in this assessment, though you will burn a few calories. I thought about it, but I'm gonna see how many calories I burn doing 5 minutes of burpees. We got a little less than a minute before we go, right? So this is your last minute to mentally prepare.
Shake it off.
Let's see how many of you we have doing these burpees. 8 people? Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, Sophia, I love that emoji. There is a middle finger emoji. I'm happy that you didn't use that one. She used the expletive one.
Oh, cute. So, decide what type of version you're gonna go with. Stick with it the whole time.
Don't forget to count.
Yeah,
Count out
don't
loud
forget
if you
to
have to, okay? Do not let these burpees be in vain, okay?
And there's a little strategy. I'm like, I don't think it's go out of the gate really fast. I think it's a slow, steady, but I don't know. We'll have to see. It's my first time doing a 5-minute burpee test. We're in this together, guys. Oh, we go in 10.
All of this together. Pick your burpee, stick with it, stay consistent. All right?
We're gonna need some tunes.
We're going in 3, 2, and 1. Let's go. Here we go. Burpee test and the jacks.
Slow down,
Slow down, Lauren, not me.
Oh, I'm trying to look at you so you're not excited.
I know. Hey, come here. There you go.
One minute down, you guys are doing great.
Remind myself to jump.
Right? Stay strong, guys.
2 minutes in, 3 minutes to go.
Where you at? Okay. Halfway, stay strong, stay strong.
Woo! This is so much fun! 2 minutes to go.
Stay strong, you got it, you got it.
Last minute right here. Woo!
Come on, come on.
You know who has finally succumbed to realizing this is normal?
We are so close. Final 15, let's go.
Time!
Woo. So, I'm going to wash again. Take a breath. Thank goodness that's over. Also, 5 minutes to breathe. Whew. So that was a cardio test, which means you should really need
A lot of
this full
recovery.
5 minutes. Walk around your room, catch your breath.
Send us the emoji that describes what you're feeling right now.
Yes, I love that.
Breathe. Water is important. We have 2 more tests that you'll do with us here, and they are nothing compared to what that one just was. Everyone's too dead to send us their emoji preferences.
That's fair.
Is there one for dead? Yeah, the skull and crossbones is a good one to describe that you're dead. So, cardio test, pretty much done. The sit and reach is up next. Flexibility. Woo!
It's gonna feel good.
It will feel very good. So, flexibility, this one, we'll be using your tape measure again. The way this works, if you've ever done the sit and reach test, you'll sit flat on your bum, your legs are straight out in front of you. The measuring tape is gonna be in between your legs, right? Let's see if we can get a decent view here. The way it's gonna work, you're gonna start with 10 inches being behind your foot, so towards you. and then the rest of the tape measure will be extended out from there. We're taking off her shoes to be super official because you do want the 10-inch mark to be at the bottom of your actual foot and not of the sole of your foot. Or
the sole of
the
the shoe is usually like a solid inch. So
yeah. So you'll sit up nice and tall, cross one hand over top of the other. Take a nice big inhale, and then as you exhale, you're leaning forward, touching. All right, so look and see where you touch. You should be able to hold that for a second or two, and then you come up nice and tall. We'll do the best of 3 on this one as well. You still have 2.5 minutes to rest, okay? So don't worry about doing it just yet.
good time to do some stretches.
Little breather.
Get those legs ready.
Is this yours or mine?
Yeah, that's just mine.
Yeah, that's perfect.
I was like, they're not gonna switch
Little
today.
solo. Grab your tape measure, have your pen and paper close by. That way you can jot down each and every time you make an attempt. I know me, I always forget.
We haven't mentioned this yet, and I think it's a little late to ask you guys to plug it into the comments, but we would love if you would share your results with us. One, because hopefully you don't lose that piece of paper. But we too would love, especially if you're doing Reach the Beach, but even if not, we'd love to help serve as accountability factors for you and see and cheer you on your progress throughout the month too. So at the end, whether you shoot us a message on Instagram, an email, fitness@washingtongolfcc.org, we'd love to hear how you guys did today. We'll post our results as well. It's only fair, right? You guys help hold us accountable. No laughing at my broad jump.
Hey, I'm the one that fell.
No laughing at my broad jump. It's a slippery floor. I gotcha. Woo. Next.
One more minute of rest.
How long is this sit reach? Like 2 minutes?
In between your flexibility attempts, take as long as you need. We'll let you know kind of where the clock is as we go through it. Jax is ready. Jax is ready to be flexible, right?
So that 10 on your ruler is at your heels. The 1 is pointing towards you, all right? You're gonna come down, try to keep your fingers together. Sometimes we tend to be more flexible on one side or the other. Sometimes your hands wanna slip. Try to keep your fingers together for where you're going. Jax is gonna help me. We go in 10. Not that this is really a gun start one.
Take your time. honey,
Take your time, it's stretching. Really use your breath to move through this one. Fill those lungs. Your time starts now. Use that breath, full exhale as you go.
3 full minutes to do this. Gotcha. All right. Oh, you want to do 3 times?
Oh yeah, I guess I was just 3 in a row. Killing time.
All right, sorry.
You always do with your shoes in the shirt. I mean, not that I'm okay. Oh. All right. How we doing out there in our sit and reach world? You guys still have so much time. It's a little less than 2 minutes. So take those stretches between. If you've already done your 3, just enjoy some stretches, relax.
All right, nice.
Back up just a little bit, just because this reaches up. Yeah, there you go. We're like teeters. Okay, there you go. And I would bring your hand a little bit behind you. Hold. Nice. 17. Carry on. Hey.
I can feel it in my hammies. Can you guys feel it? Third time's the charm, right?
You got it! Nice. Oh my gosh, 18 and a half. She was adding an inch on her last one. Nice, T, nice.
All right, a little bit of a breather here. Once you get done with your third attempt, or if you found one that you're comfortable with and you're like, that's it. We've got one more in-person test for you today. It's gonna be a plank hold. So you loved your 5
Some of
minutes
you just got excited about that,
Right.
and I know it.
We know you guys love your planks. Oh, so the tape measure. Got a question about that. Where's the tape? Oh. So, you set it at, apologize I didn't see these comments beforehand, guys. 10 inches is where it starts at. So, your heel, when you are sitting, is at that 10-inch mark. So it's 10 inches coming towards you, and then the rest of the measuring tape is extending from your heel. I hope that makes sense.
Do you want to set it up and like bring the camera over, or you got it? Give us a thumbs up if that makes sense, or a thumbs down if you're still not quite getting it.
We've got plenty of time if you need to reset that. So the side that obviously cannot extend anymore is facing in towards you. Your heel is at this point. So your test scores should all be above 10.
Yeah,
all right?
Probably like a 12, 14. Trisha got an 18.
So it's somewhere in that range. So if, Sophia, if you're only at 1 inch, that means you did it incorrectly.
Oh, is that better? Cool.
So, little time still. Our plank hold is gonna be up next. You were upside down. Good, so just retry it the other way. So our plank hold, you can choose whether you're in a high plank or a elbow plank, a low plank, but you have to stick with that the entire time. So there's no moving high to low. You choose your poison, your high plank or your low plank. Make sure you indicate that on your scorecard. To be nice, we're gonna put it as 3 minutes max. So you don't need to worry about holding a 5-minute plank today. We did 5 minutes of burpees. So you're just gonna do a 3-minute plank hold. Give us a thumbs up if you're ready.
Doesn't it go to the rest after that?
I don't know. I have to look at it. So thumbs up if you're ready for planks. And then we'll get started, because I don't want to get started before everybody else can. With this one, if you have your own stopwatch, probably be a good thing, because they can't see the clock.
Yeah. We'll call out like 30-second increments. Oh. Yeah, you actually, we just thought about that. You are going to want a way to track this on your own to know when you can try that. I don't know if that'll work.
I'm like, can you see my timer?
I'm so not helpful.
So, we'll start it like this. So if you don't have a timer available, you'll be able to see the clock tick down. Hopefully it's not completely backwards to you. I don't know how that works on camera. So it'll start at the 3-minute and it'll tick backwards. So subtraction, or we'll do an opposite clock. I'm just gonna set a timer. This is the one we didn't quite.
Yeah, we didn't think about this part for you guys needing to time. So either grab your own stopwatch, but if you don't have a stopwatch available, Trisha's finding a way to put one up on the screen.
Yeah, we'll do a stopwatch.
Yeah, we're on that. Thanks, Chrissy. So what you're gonna do here is record how long you can hold that proper form plank. Always the key word today, right? Proper form. So the second your hips start to go too high or you're swaying too low, let it go, guys. Really, proper form. There's no pride here. Be honest with yourself. And we're cutting it at 3 because if you can do a 3-minute plank, you're like solid.
You're good to
You
go.
should be doing other stuff in your plank.
All right, so let's get set up. On your mark, get set, and go.
Start my arms on that. Oh, yeah. Here, I'll go with you.
All right, get set. Think about holding that nice firm plank here.
Shoulders over elbows, straight line from the ears to the ankles. Tuck those hips under. Breathe, go to your happy place.
Your feet are okay to move. I'll let you move your feet around a little bit if you need to. Go wide or narrow. Then hands stay where they are. I see that tap. Stop watching.
All right. You get permission.
As soon as you come down out of that plank, look at where the time is.
My whole body does. Remember to breathe.
Remember, be honest with yourself. Whenever you find yourself coming out of that perfect plank, whether your hips lift up or they lower down, whether you feel like you need to move your arms, that's when clock. Got 20 seconds until we hit our 3-minute max. Woo.
Kudos.
Woo. Max time in 3, 2, and 1. That's your 3-minute mark. Come on out of that plank. Give yourself a nice little child's pose there.
Yeah.
Relax. Whew. Right? Yeah. Little stretch. Little stretch is always good. So that was all for our in-person test. We have a little bit of homework for you to do. An additional one, a little bit more aerobic capacity. You don't have to do it exactly right now, though you are warm. If you want to go do it, you can. Or you can do it later in the day if you're planning on attending bar class after this. So we have a couple options, or you can do both separately if you're just feeling super, super motivated and want to know your results. So we have a timed option or a distance option. So the distance option is 1.5 miles timed. This can be walk, run, jog, combination of everything. It can be a power walk, whatever your heart desires. This one is not one where you have to pick one form and stick to it, because you don't have to be able to run 1.5 miles. Sometimes you need a power walk break. Guilty. So 1.5 miles would be the distance. So if you don't have a distance monitoring tool like an Apple Watch or anything like that, the tool that Lauren uses.
Yeah, so before trackers were as big as they were, I used to use Map My Run all the time. So mapmyrun.com. And before I would go out for my run, there was a park that was nearby my house, and I knew I was comfortable running to it. So I would you can literally drag it street by street, and you can take it away, add it on to map out your distance. So if you're gonna do the 1.5 miles, just go ahead and map out,
0.75
and
then
back.
come back.
Yep, and time yourself for that. Or if you do have a tracker, you can do the 12-minute, how far you can get in 12 minutes, walking, running, whatever works for you. So 2 options, how fast you can do it in 1.5 miles, or how far can you get in 12 minutes. And of course, at the end of the month, you'll repeat the one you choose. But yeah, Map My Run, if you have a tracker, awesome, use it. Google Maps is another option. Oh my gosh, there's so much out there. Your iPhone probably has like 5 different apps that could do it.
Absolutely.
It just comes with it.
Yes. For your results, so you are more than welcome to keep those to yourself, but we'd love to see them, and we will put them in an Excel sheet that only Lauren and I's eyes are going to be on.
Never post it anywhere.
That way you don't have to worry about losing them. So take a quick screenshot of your paper, or maybe even a screenshot of the notes that you saved in your phone, and message those to our Instagram account, or you can email them to us, fitness@washingtongolfcc.org. The messaging on Instagram is probably a little bit easier. That way we can track that for you. We will do this again at the end of the month. Okay, so be practicing those 5-minute burpee rounds, right? Yeah, maybe once a week. You hit 5 minute burpees.
It's not a bad goal.
It's a good way to step things up and make sure that you are progressing and not regressing. I would hope so through this Reach the Beach challenge. We are going to be doing a how-to video. We're going to be explaining things a little bit more. So stay tuned for that. Don't worry, it's only day 1.
We got you.
If you do your workout, record your calories, but you don't have to put it into the app yet, we'll show you how to do that, okay? If you have questions, obviously slide into our DMs, but we will be explaining those very shortly here. We're gonna take a second, towel off, and get recording for you, okay? So that's not gonna be a live video. It'll be more of just a recording. We'll put it in a post, we'll put it in our story, and you'll be able to see from there.
We got this, guys. Reach the beach. If you're not reaching the beach, set a May challenge, set a May goal. Let us know what it is. Let us be part of the process. You guys are free. Either go get running, although it is still raining, so we get it if you wait. Let us know how you do. Thanks so much for joining us today. Let's go. Come on, May.
Bye, guys.
See ya.